Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to Cricket Happenings today. In this part of the Cricket Happenings show, in the main what I'm going to do is I'm going to preview the third one-day international, which is going to be starting between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, which today it is going to be played at pallekelle. As you know, Sri Lanka are already one up in the series. The second match was washed out, so I will do a brief preview of the third one-day internationals. We don't have any other matches happening as far as international cricket is concerned. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about some cricket news. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this. First, I'm going to preview the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, the third one-day international, which is going to be played at pallekelle. Now, let's look at the Bangladesh team, because Bangladesh are the ones who have to really do something, because this is the final one-day international for Bangladesh. Now, Bangladesh have one last-ditch effort here to actually square the series. Well, unfortunately, the second one-dayer was ruled out, but yes, in the third one-day international in pallekelle, Bangladesh will still have an opportunity to square the series with Sri Lanka. Now, as far as Bangladesh are concerned, Anamul Haq and Jarul Islam will open the batting. Jarul Islam showed what a good test batsman he is. Now, Anamul Haq, if you look at his scores, he has promised much, but has not delivered. So it's very essential for Bangladesh to really get a good start. The foundation, I mean the opening start is very vital, as you know. If Bangladesh openers Anamul Haq and Jarul Islam can really put up a very good partnership, that would really be something that Bangladesh would like it. Mohammad Ashraful, well, he's in some good form. He just has to carry it further and show it in the one-day internationals. Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, always, according to me, is always a plus. He's not only captain, such a great motivator he is. He knows what he is talking. And Mushfiqur Rahim also, this series has been something for Mohammad Ashraful and Mushfiqur Rahim. It has been something that they would really like to take this particular tour of Sri Lanka for quite a long time, because Mohammad Ashraful got his highest score in Test cricket. Mushfiqur Rahim being the first Bangladeshi to actually score a double century in Test cricket. Now, well, one-day internationals are different, but Mushfiqur Rahim, naturally, if you see, he has an attacking game, so he's very well suited. So he would also, so everyone have to come to the party. That's what. And Mahmudullah, unfortunately, has not been really performing well at all. Mahmudullah, in the Test matches also, if you saw, he played some very careless strokes. But what Mahmudullah has to do is he has to. Mahmudullah is one who actually comes into the middle order. He really strengthens the Bangladesh team, but it is very essential that Mahmudullah hits some form, because that is very important. As I said, everyone have to come to the party. Mominul Haq, he has been very impressive, and he's a typical one-day batsman, likes to get on with the game, likes to play some flashy strokes through the offside, which one has seen how he carves the ball through point. He's pretty strong on the offside, and he really means business. He doesn't like to just hang around there. He just needs to make runs, and he's the person who is a very confident player. So that is something good for Bangladesh. And Nasir Hussain, the other day we saw him how he cracked 73 runs pretty quickly, and he's another one. As I said, this Bangladesh unit is looking very strong, and then they have the big hitter. He has not really shown much, but let me tell you, Ziaur Rahman has a real potential of clearing the fence in a very big way. But it is very important that Ziaur Rahman gets his stroke right and really slams the ball over the fence, and that's what he's capable of, because if you look at his record, he's the one who actually uses a lesser number of balls and gets a maximum number of runs. So that's very important for Bangladesh. That has to happen very soon. And another advantage about Ziaur Rahman, he could be promoted to the batting order. Say, for example, Bangladesh are in the driver's seat, doing well, and they have a good score. The openers have laid a foundation. They could, the power play and all, Ziaur Rahman could be the batting power play and all. Ziaur Rahman could be used to the full, according to me. Sohail Ghazi, well, he's also a good bat, but more than that, he's a good bowler. But he's also by the virtue of his good stroke making, he has really made claims as an all-rounder now. And Abdul Razak. Now, the only question mark for Bangladesh, according to me, has been the pace department. The pace department is looking very, very slim. Not only that, it is looking weak too. The pace bowling is not really up to the mark. Now, the only thing that Bangladesh need to do, according to me, is that they need to have a good pace attack. That is what is important. But this particular match, what Bangladesh is doing is Bangladesh is deciding to go with lots of spinners. If you see, they have Nasir Hussain, sorry, they have Sohail Ghazi, they have Abdul Razak, the left-arm spinner back. He's a very experienced bowler. Rubel Hussain is the only pace bowler in the whole ranks. And then Mahmudullah is an off-spinner. That's about it as far as Bangladesh are concerned. But they have to really do something, because what is the problem for Bangladesh has been their pace attack has looked very slim. Pace attack is very important, as you know, and unfortunately the puzzle has not been coming together for Bangladesh. So Bangladesh definitely, because now they are not short of batsmen, they are not short of bowlers, they are not short of all-rounders, and they are not short of spinners. What they require are pace bowlers. If they have a good pace bowling unit who can bowl some extreme pace and get some quick wickets, then Bangladesh would fancy their chances against any team in the world, I would say. Well, so just moving on from here, let's look at the Sri Lankan team, how they look. Now for Sri Lanka, one good thing that has been happening is that if you look at the two one-day internationals, there's one person who has really caught the eye of the public there, and that is Kushal Janat Pereira. Now Kushal Janat Pereira is a very aggressive batsman. He likes to get on with the game. He has been compared to Sanat Jayasuriya for the way he plays, because he likes to hit flashy strokes, doesn't like to really stay over there and get some runs. He just needs runs as soon as he comes, and he really believes in belting the ball. And he has another aggressive opening partner in Tilakendra Dilshan. And if you look at both the one-day internationals, the first one-day international, Tilakendra Dilshan and Kushal Janat Pereira, in 10 overs they had 100 on the board, and in the second one-day international they were 5 overs and 33. So basically, what is good for Sri Lanka now, they have two aggressive batsmen at the crease to open the innings, and that really puts the pressure on the opposition. So for Bangladesh, they would be hoping that they could get a quick breakthrough as far as the openers are concerned. If they are able to dismiss even one person from that, that would really, and I think that is very key, because if you see in the two one-day internationals, Dilshan and Kushal Janat Pereira, now Kushal Janat Pereira also holds the record for the triple century, the first triple century ever hit in Sri Lankan domestic cricket in 75 years of first-class cricket in Sri Lanka. So Dilshan and Kushal Pereira are the ones who would like to give an electric start to the team, but I think the Bangladesh have to really blow the fuse there. And Kumar Sangakkara, the wicket-keeper, well, you know what a wonderful player he is. And Dinesh Chandimal, he is also a wonderful player. He's a typical aggressive one-day player. Dairu Thirimanne is in some good form. In fact, Angelo Matthews has become he is showing that he is a very good captain, leads his troops well, and he has really given license to Kushal Pereira to go for his stroke. He said, Angelo Matthews has said that he is not going to stop Pereira from playing his strokes, because that is the way, that is the natural instinct in Kushal Pereira to go for his strokes. And then they have, and Sri Lanka always are stocked with some very good all-rounders like Jeevan Mendes, Thisara Pereira, the burly Thisara Pereira, and then the pace bowling department, which is in the hands of an experienced Lasith Malinga, and Nuwan Kulashekara, who is also a much improved bowler. But Nuwan Kulashekara, it's very important for him to really hit his straps, because one thing that one has seen is that he has been a bit loose against this Bangladeshi batsman who took him for 67 runs in the first one-day international. And then they have the spinner Sachitra Senanayake. But all in all, it should be a good match for Sri Lanka. They would be hoping for a series win. They would like to get this particular win in the third one-day international and actually bring an end to the series by taking it 2-0 for Bangladesh. This is a last-ditch effort to actually stop the Sri Lankans and actually go on for a 1-1 series draw. It should be the first time that they will be doing against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. And so moving on from here, but keeping on the Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka, the team has been announced for the, as you know, after this third one-day international, there's only one T20 which is going to be played, and that is going to be played on 31st of March, and that would be the last day of this Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka. It will be a T20 match which will conclude the proceedings as far as this Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka is concerned. But what is going to be very important is that there is one person from Sri Lanka, who would be leading the 2020 squad, and he will be leading it for the first time, a very, very talented young batsman, Dinesh Chandimal, and also wicket-keeper. So he will be leading the team against Bangladesh in the last T20 match. So that is something. But what the Sri Lankan selectors have done is they have actually named the teams, and the team has what they have done is looking at the future. There's not going to be some experienced names are missing. Mahela Jayawardene might be playing, one does not know, but well, unfortunately I'm told that he is not there for selection. So as far as the 2020 squad is concerned, looking at the future, looking at the Champions Trophy coming up, Champions League and all those stuff, what Sri Lanka have done is they have started, they are going to blend 5 youngsters into the mix, and what they have done is they have got some new names there. One is all-rounder Shehan Jayasuriya, Chaturanga Da Silva, Ramit Rambukwela, and the fast bowler is Ishan Jayaratne. And they also have Enjo Padu, already, as you know, he played in the one-day international. He's a good all-rounder, so he is also there in the team. So that is the team composition, and these are the troops. Dinesh Chandimal on his first stint as the captain of the Sri Lankan team in a 2020 match would be doing. Well, so that is some news which is coming up. Other than that, let me see whether there are any other news to be covered. The other news that I have, as you know, the IPL 2013 is bound to begin, but the news is not good for Sri Lanka. As you know, there are some problems going on, so due to security reasons, Sri Lanka wouldn't be able to participate in any matches which would be actually played in Chennai. So that is not some good news, but unfortunately that's the case here. But Arjuna Ranatunga, for what has happened, he has actually urged the Sri Lankan players to actually boycott the Indian Premier League 2013. So that is something not good, because you know the political things are coming into it, and they want to have the full security of the players, which is very, very important. So they have decided that the Sri Lankan team wouldn't be taking part in any of the IPL matches which would be actually played in Chennai, which is unfortunate. Well, the other news that I would like to cover before I actually end this Cricket Happening show, news coming in from England that Kevin Pietersen's knee is not requiring any surgery, which is good news, because as you know, it's going to be the return leg where New Zealand would be touring England. So that would be good to see. One would like to see see Kevin Pietersen absolutely fit to take on New Zealand. As you know, he was missing as far as the final Test match was concerned. As you know, he plays a great role in the English scheme of things. Other than that, dear friends and subscribers, I don't have anything else to share. Australia, well, one news coming in from Australia from the former Australian cricket commentator from Channel 9, Ian Chappell, saying that Australia has to really see, and they have to really come back into their own as far as the Australian batting is concerned, because after the departure of Michael Hussey, Ricky Ponting, Ian Chappell has made a comment saying that the Australian batting resources are looking very, very bleak. The prospects are looking bleak unless and until there is some real plans which are put in place to actually goad the youth into playing some cricket. And also Ian Chappell feels that 2020 cricket coming in has played a role in that, because what's happened is people have to definitely shift from Test match to one-day mode to 2020, because which are all pretty different. So he feels that these are all something that is to be taken into consideration. But he has pretty much said, as you know, he's a very expert cricket commentator, Ian Chappell, and he also does his analysis absolutely superbly. One has to really commend him, and he has really signed a warning, signaled a warning for Australia, saying that they have to do something too soon, otherwise it is not something good that is happening for Australia as far as batting is concerned. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this note, on this Cricket Happening show, your host Ram is leaving you, but promising you that I'll be back tomorrow once again with the full proceedings on the third and final one-day international of the one-day series between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, which will be played at Pallekelle. That's it from me, your host Ram, for now. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.